Okay, hey YouTubers and video game fans. Here's a look at some of my video console games. These are that I got in the last couple of years. These are known as emulators. These can play the old cartridge-based games that came out back in the late '80s and around the 1990s. And of course, these are known as emulators. They could play games on the HD TVs with these new consoles. And like for instance, this Retron 5 is from Hyperkins. This came out like probably 5 years ago. There's two versions of this, but I got this one. Uh, it can play four games. It can play Capcom, Nintendo NS, and Super Nintendo. Play Sega Genesis, and then you can get an adapter that goes into the Sega Genesis slot that can play three Sega systems like Sega Gear, Game Gear, Sega Master, and this other one. It's kind of like a memory card, and but it plays Sega Genesis also. I do have that card. You get two controllers. You can plug in official controllers for those systems in there. And then I got the PlayStation Pac-Man edition. Now, when I played my pole position in there, uh, in the old Atari Plus one that came out a year or two ago, uh, the pole position wouldn't work very good. The car didn't move. So I plugged it in this one. This came out not too long ago. And I put it in this one and all my games work. So this is the Game Station Go made by a company called Evercade. I hope to get one of their official machines. This is an Atari one. It has 200 games, but there was a lot of games that they didn't put on it. And if you got a memory card, I'm sure you can put games on it, but I think you have to pay those. So I also got this Warrior 64. I can play the old 64 games. I have 6, 7, GoldenEye, World's Not Enough, Shadow of the Empire, Superman, the Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man collection, and so yeah, I got that and Star Wars Racer. And I also got this state. This is Mega Retron HD. It could play all the Sega Genesis. This is a multiplayer card, but it wouldn't play in the Hyperkins one. So I think what it was a third player, and this just didn't read it properly. So I did buy the Pitfall game from Sega Genesis. It worked fine, and I do have a Sega Game Gear that worked fine in the adapter. And so yeah, the Warrior 64 was had a people just said bad things about it, but I don't know why. It was great to me. It was great. Works fine. And World's not Golden now works great on it. So on the big screen. So but they you can get multi if you can't afford all the individual the cartridges. You can get the multiplayer ones, the multi game ones. And over here is the Pandora box. This is a arcade system, uh, two player system. I just don't see how two players can play it unless they were sitting next in the same chair because it's not big enough for two people side by side. So, but this has 32,000 games. A lot of them are knockoff games. They're not really official games. I mean, there's some on there with 32,000 games. That's a lot of games. And it works fine. Then there's the Atari Plus, which came out, I think, a year or two ago. And it came with a 10 game cartridge. And then there's my PlayStation 5. Now, I do have the PlayStation Premium on there, which is 160, but I bet you they're going to raise it just like everything goes up. So hopefully not too much. So mine mine's got to be renewed next July. So, but I gotta get some more PlayStation cards. I use them. So that's my PlayStation 5. I got that probably about 3 years ago, probably well over 3 years ago. And then I ordered the Neo Geo. It's coming out this November. Now it's supposed to be made just like the original, but it goes on the TV, so I'm sure a lot of the technologies in it, it's not identical because things they had back in that time are not compatible with the things they have today, and a lot of things, older systems, uh, used a lot of power, so they make things more power efficient and doesn't use a lot of power. But the older systems probably did. I heard stories about the Nintendo, how it used people bought it and played it for a week and it quit working. And the Xbox used to break down a lot too. The second Xbox, the yeah, under Xbox 360, what they call it. I had one of those, but I had two, three. I think I had two, three of them because they they quit working after a couple of years, and then I had to get a new one. So, PlayStation to me is the best out of all the modern consoles. PlayStation 5. The games are better, but you gotta pay a lot to play online, and it would be a pain if they got rid of the cards because that would be a pain. So this is my retro console vintage system. They're not. I guess they're more retro than vintage. Vintage, the cartridges and games are vintage, but these are more retro. Retro is more modern, things from the past that are remade. But these are more retro, but they're not what you call official games. And the Pac-Man is, and the Pac-Man Atari is, but I don't know if it's the same company as Atari. I think it could be another company has took over it. I don't know if that's the original company. Because sometimes these companies they take the Atari name, but it may not be officially from them. Because I don't think the company exists anymore. It's just a different company that makes them. So I like these new systems. The Neo Geo looks pretty good. I ordered a memory card and a game, but I can only afford one game. But there's 10 games coming out on it, so I'm gonna get some next year in later on next early next year. But so yeah, my system's all paid for, but I pre-order it, so it should come in on the November 12th. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, signing off, over and out.